Hi guys, welcome to e-learning week 4. I think it's week 4. I miss you guys so much. I think about you every day and I love getting your pictures and videos that you send me, so keep them coming. This week for grades 3 through 5, we are going to do a guided abstract drawing. So we don't have an artist to look at, which is fine. That happens sometimes with our other lessons, but I do have our step-by-step instructions, and you can use just plain white paper. This is just regular white computer paper. If you obviously have bigger paper or thicker paper at home, feel free to use that. You could also use colored paper, but I'm just going to go ahead and use the white paper today. So we always want to start with our pencil, which is something that we do at school because if we make a mistake with our pencil, we can always erase and try again. Step number 1, draw one zigzag line. So looking at my paper, somewhere on this paper, I'm going to draw a zigzag line. And I'm going to start up in one corner, and I'm going to make my zigzag line go all the way to the other corner. You do not have to make your zigzag line look just like mine, but there's my zigzag line, done in my pencil. I'm ready for step number 2. Which tells me draw one curvy line. I'm going to make my curvy line go from the other corner up to the other side, like that. Once again, yours does not have to look like mine. Okay, step 3. Draw 2 diagonal lines. So anywhere on my paper, I can draw 2 diagonal lines. So I will do one diagonal here, and then I'll do one up there. So there's my diagonal lines. Step 4 tells me to draw 3 circles. And I can make those circles the same size, or I can make them all different sizes. So here on my step-by-step, I have different size circles, but maybe in my picture, I want for my circles to all be kind of similar in size. So I'm going to add my 3 circles, and if you wanted to add more circles, you can. That's up to you. There are my 3 circles. We have lots of steps today too. Step 5, add any 3 shapes. So any 3 shapes, I'm gonna add a star because I love stars, and I'm gonna put my star here. I'm gonna add a really big triangle because I love triangles. And I need a 3rd shape, so I'll do a rectangle down here. So as you can see, my abstract picture is kind of coming together. Step 6 tells me to add patterns. So inside some of my smaller areas, I can start adding different patterns to make my picture look a little bit more interesting. So I can do stripe patterns. I can do shape patterns. There's all different kinds of patterns you can do. And you don't have to add a pattern to every single spot. I think I'll probably just add my patterns to my smaller shapes. Okay, so I've added some patterns. Step number 7, trace with black. You can use a black marker, you can use a black crayon, you can use a black colored pencil. I have a marker here handy, so I'm going to trace mine with a black marker. What you choose to trace your picture with is totally up to you. But we do a lot of black marker tracing at school on our projects. So I'm going to use the black marker. And I want to go over all of my pencil lines, including my patterns. So that all of the pencil lines disappear. So we will pretend I finished with that step. And we'll move on to step number 8, which says to add color. So I have a sample that I finished earlier, or that I started earlier. It's obviously not done. As you can see, I colored with crayon. And I don't really love the way it turned out because the colors aren't that bright and they don't pop. So on this one, I'll definitely use markers to color it in because I think it'll give it a lot nicer of a look. But I did want to show you guys that when I was coloring in my sample with crayon, I chose to follow a color family. And the color family I chose is obviously warm, which means that I colored in all of my areas using a color found in the warm color family. You can choose to color with a color family, or you can use all the colors in the rainbow. That's totally up to you. So maybe for my next one, I will choose to use all the colors in the rainbow and I will color with marker instead. So you can get as creative as you want as far as coloring in goes. If you want to use color families, if you don't want to use color families, if you want to color with colored pencil or crayon or marker, that's totally up to you guys. But I hope you guys have fun with this lesson and send me your pictures of your finished products because I would love to see them. And I think that's all for today. So I will see you guys next week.